Welcome to the Bourbon Van. I'm Phil.
I'm Julie. It's 5 Sip Friday, and we're in Chicago. This setting might look a little familiar. We were here last year.
Absolutely, and it's a gorgeous setting to sip a little bit of whiskey. 5 Sip Friday, we nose the glass, take 5 sips, say whether or not we like it. This is a truly, honestly blind tasting where you're going to get exactly what we think of these whiskeys before it's revealed what we're drinking. Sometimes we're right, sometimes we're not. And in Chicago, air conditioners, birds, dogs, children, planes, sirens. So we will do our best to produce all these tasting notes amongst all of the clamor of the city, and huge thank you. This sample comes to us.
None other than the Chi-Town Sampler. It could be no one else today.
Chi-Town Sampler, thank you so much for this sample and all the samples. There are many of them, so you will keep seeing his name, and you've seen it a lot already in this series. On to the nose. Ooh.
It has a little bit of a peatiness to it.
I completely agree.
Everyone's throwing scotches at us or single malts at us this year, trying to fool us, but now they all smell like that.
Well, there's some really nice things happening here. There's honey and like a fruit, like berries, blueberry, strawberry maybe.
It's very light
Very
on the
light.
smokiness. Ripe fruits are coming through.
Yeah, maybe even a plum, but a lot of honey here.
Let's start the weekend.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys. It's a scotch. You guys, I feel like you're just punishing me now.
I don't think you're wrong. I think that there's a little peat here, little smoke. Honey is the prevailing flavor that I'm getting though.
A lot of honey.
And some raspberry there now instead of the strawberries and blueberries I was talking about.
These either single malt or scotch drinks, all I get is that smoky peat flavor until like sip 4. So this is gonna be all Phil all day long. Let's try sip number 2.
Here, let's do it.
I will say I do like the finish on all of these.
This one's got a bit of a cocoa.
And I'm getting like a dark brown sugar on the finish.
There's a couple of little bourbonish notes here. The vanilla, that milk chocolate, some of the brown sugar.
Ooh, it's a little bit warm.
It is yeah.
The first sip wasn't warm, but I'm getting such a little hug right now that I would go in the 120s.
Really? You think that high?
Probably not.
Oh, wow.
But, you know.
Hey, first whiskey of the day.
Yep. We have had our drinking shoes on lately.
Chicago.
These Chicago people, man. It's hard to keep up.
Y'all know how to drink. Sip 3.
Ooh. See, now I'm starting to get like a lot of raspberry on that.
Yeah, a lot of raspberry, almost like a honeycomb. Like very rich honey.
It's kind of desserty.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think this is a scotch, or do you think we're gonna get swayed? I'm going down on proof point, but I still think it's like up in the teens.
I think I would not be surprised if this is some sort of blended scotch. There's so much.
Yeah.
There's so many flavors here. There's even some of that sherry that you get on the finishing sometimes with the scotch, but there's some bourbon flavors here as well.
Mm-hmm.
So wherever it's coming from, there's a lot happening, and it's, there's not every scotch has a ton of flavor, and this one, as delicate as it is, I'm even thinking maybe it could be Japanese.
This is really nice, and you hit the nail on the head when you said delicate, because even though, I feel like my palate's a little bit attuned to find that peaty, smoky note in this, but it is quite nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
And very subtle, like very delicate, I think is an accurate description.
That's subtle, like you said, absolutely.
4?
Sip 4.
I mean, I'm going scotch on this one, but it could be Japanese. I have no idea.
I mean, there's so many crazy options out there right now, but this one has like a vanilla raspberry parfait right down Main Street on that sip 4.
It is quite fruity mid-palate.
Yes.
And the finish is great. So you get that hit of peatiness, then all of those raspberry honey flavors come through, and then I'm getting like a really nice dark brown sugar kind of finish on this.
It finishes on a bourbon note.
Yeah.
And there's a little spice that lingers now, a little cinnamon, a pleasant spice, not overly hot or anything like that. And it's building a little bit of a hug here, but I don't think it's overly hot.
No.
Sip 5, I'm thinking about proof here.
I wonder if this is something that's finished in tequila barrels.
You think? Oh, man.
I don't know. I just got a little tequila note on that. And I took kind of a bigger sip, and then I I kind of held it in my mouth a little bit. I don't know, like a mezcal or something.
I mean, there is a smokiness from mezcal. There is a little bit of that agave sweetness
Yeah.
here. Oh man,
These
This
are so fun, and
watch
then
this
I get
be like
so
a
mad at myself.
Tequila finished rye or something. There's a hint of mint here, but I don't think that that's it. I
No.
think that this is closer to a scotch. It's something. It strikes me as being blended, whatever it is. Very good. I took a big sip that time, trying to roll it around on the tongue to try and figure out the proof. I think we're hanging around 100-ish, in my opinion.
Whoa, and I was thinking, just because how warm it was at the beginning, I really have come down 127, 117. I was thinking 112, and now I'm going to go like 109.
109?
Yeah.
Okay, let's make a guess here.
Okay.
What do you think that it is?
I really like that mezcal finish type of guess, but I really think it's scotch. Like from the first sip, I was like, it has to be scotch. I'm actually going to scrap my proof and say 112. Something's telling me it's a little bit warmer than I think it is right now. Those are my only two guesses. I don't know what it is.
I'm also going to guess that this is a scotch.
Okay.
I'm going to guess that it's something blended. I'm going to guess 100-ish proof. But here's the big question. In your honest opinion, now that you've tasted that, what do you think?
Oh no, I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I always give judgment early when it comes to scotches. I'm like, oh crap, a scotch again. But you always win me over. So,
And-
not
and
always, but 80% of the time.
Most of the time. I really like whatever this is. I
Yeah.
think it's fantastic. You mentioned it being a little desserty. I think it's an after-dinner desserty drink. And I can't think of a time that you wouldn't want this in your glass. I think it's delightful. And thank you, as always, Chi-Town Sampler, for
Chi-Town
providing
Sampler.
it. The answers are here on Julie's phone, so let's dig them up.
And we're doing number 6, right?
Number 6.
Oh, they're not in order. Come
Uh-oh.
on.
Come on,
All right, there
Chi-Town.
it is. 6. Oh shoot, Phil. You should have gone with your instincts.
I don't have any instincts.
Nika from the Barrel, 102.8 proof, blended Japanese whiskey.
Do you know the
We
last...
just got that bottle and we haven't opened it.
It's the last bottle we bought before we hit this road trip, and we haven't opened it yet.
Oh man. When you said Japanese whiskey, I was like, oh yeah, why not? But there you have it. Well, we started on a roll this year, and now we're just trickling back to medium.
I mean, that was a crapshoot. You would never know, I don't think. But delicious whiskey, honey, berries, nice proof point,
Yep.
vanilla, cream, brown sugar, a bourbon-like finish. Hey, if you're a bourbon drinker and you're looking for something new to try, this Nika from the Barrel, or I don't know if that's easy to find or not, probably
Yeah.
not, but if you see this bottle, it might be worth a shot. And from wherever we are,
To wherever you are.
cheers.
Cheers. Delicious.
Delicious.
Thanks, Chi-Town Sampler.
You're sneaky.